Hi there crafters, it's Louise here. Welcome along to this video. I'm sharing a new scrapbook layout for the Kitaholic Kits June 2024 kit. Now this particular paper was immediately one that struck me, and I knew that I was going to fussy cut those florals. The paper as I was flicking through, it just spoke to me, and that's where I'm going with this layout today. So you can see I've got a very technical tool here, which is my kitchen bowl, and I want to draw sort of a C-shaped part of a circle. So using my pen, I'm just going to trace around that bowl, and you'll have seen in some of my other videos I use different sort of size bowls from my kitchen because it will depend on the size of the actual circle or element that I want to use. Often my circle cutters are not big enough, so this is my way for getting circles. Now it didn't need to be perfect because it is going to form just the basis of where I'm going to stick these fussy cut florals, and you can see that I'm just working my way around the C shape, and I'm using a combination of those different cutter parts from the patterned paper and just laying them in different positions. So I'm going to put some of them up on some of them on foam mounting squares, and some of them I'm just going to tuck around each other. Now I wanted it to stay quite textured, so that's why I'm only putting just a little blob of glue in the middle, because this will help adhere to the actual background paper, but it lets the sort of edges curl up a little bit where it's not actually glued down. So this in my head was an idea that I had, and I wasn't quite sure how it was going to turn out, particularly because some of these florals, they're only like half florals. There's little bits and pieces missing from them. So this was a little bit of an experiment, and I actually sort of started fussy cutting, had a bit of a rough idea of how many I wanted to put on the page, and then as I started to work through it, I found I had the perfect amount anyway. So it was kind of flukish, and yeah, you can add as many or as few of these elements as you choose for your particular layout. That's the benefit of it. So as I'm looking back at this now doing the voiceover, I actually think it would look quite neat if you used like a watercolor or even the mixed media sprays from this month's kit to actually color in some of those florals. They would actually look really pretty, particularly if you did it in monochrome, like I'm trying to sort of stay with this single color palette type of page. So super fun and easy background to put together. I do decide that I'm going to leave my embellishing quite simple. I do have a bit of a fiddle around with adding some elements in the background, but because I am trying to keep it quite limited, and I know I'm going to tuck sort of that left-hand side into those elements, I don't really need to add a whole lot. I've got quite a bit going on, so I don't really feel like there's any need to continue to add embellishments. So I do have a bit of a play, and I add a couple of little things here and there, but I definitely decide that this can sort of stay nice and simple, and it's super easy just to pop a couple of little embellishments around these florals. I love how this C shape looked. I love the white space off to the right. I think that the sort of the neutral palette tones of the florals really give that photo a chance to shine. So super lucky that the school actually takes these photos for us parents, and they put these really fun backgrounds on them, and it's such a cool sort of little memory to have. And as I'm nearing the end, you can see I've tucked a little frame in a couple of different places, and the circular frame in the C shape was kind of just to give the impression that I was drawing your eye to the C of the cluster of florals, but also sort of that main photo area. And as I'm thinking about where this is finally going to end, I'm struggling with the title because the school, they kind of call them Learner of the Week, and they give them like a learning certificate because they've done some kind of good work in class. And Learner of the Week didn't really suit the type of layout that I'd created. It didn't really mesh well with me. You know, sometimes you just get that feeling, and I struggled a little bit with the title, but I just love these letters. I think that the little pop of gold sparkle with the letters and the neutral sort of pastel colours, which are normally not my thing. I'm quite a bright kind of scrapper under normal circumstances. But I do like the letters, and I decide that I'm going to do an actual title. And so I'm just going to call it Learn, Play, Grow. So trying to encourage, if Master Zaleb decides to have a look at this particular layout, to continue to learn, but also to play, and just to know that it's okay to grow and develop. So that is my first share for the month of June. I hope that you like this layout, and I hope that you are getting through your kits, taking inspiration from the design team, and having some fun with those elements for this month. Thank you so much for watching, and please, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe.